Carl Hester and Fame have stolen an early lead for Britain on day one of the FEI Dressage European Championships here in Riesenbeck. The pair headed the Grand Prix leaderboard on Wednesday with a score of 78.54. The Grand Prix test, which takes place over Wednesday and Thursday here in Riesenbeck, counts solely towards the team standings and is also the first individual qualifier. This is Carl's 22nd championship and a first for Fame, who joined Carl in January this year.
I absolutely love this horse. I worship riding him. I look forward to riding him every day. I wanted him to be able to do it in a show because I know that he was one of the best horses we had, and he's delivered today. And I tell you what, I mean, to ride in it is absolutely boiling today, as it was yesterday and every day. But think of the horses, and when a horse goes like that for you in this weather condition, when they're hot, and he's so, he's very explosive or quiet, he can go both ways, and he just was the perfect mix today. And, if I never did another test again, that would be a lovely one to finish on. So that would, it's nice when the horse goes its best, which I feel at the moment. I mean, of course it can be better, otherwise you get 100%. So I'm still missing another 23 or something, or 22. So there's lots of things still to get better, and that's what's so exciting about him. I don't feel I'm at the end of the road yet. I've only been riding him since December. That's when I started riding him. And it's been I've had a big plan this year, and you have to have selectors that trust you when you come up with plans, and I need to stay here in England because he needs educating regularly rather than just going to big shows abroad where he gets overawed. And the plans work, so I'm grateful that, just so grateful to Fiona for letting me ride him. Fiona always said, this one's for you, when she had him, and she was absolutely right, and it was love at first ride. So that's all I can say. If you have love at first ride, I think you probably know it's like going on a date, isn't it? I mean, if you don't fancy them when you have dinner with them, you're probably not going to. Or, that's how I felt about Fame. I got on and I loved him, and I was like, I think I can make something with that. Last week I was in Burley. This is my favourite quote. So Pippa Funnell, Pippa and I are the same age, and I help her a bit on the flat, and we're friends. And I heard Pippa on the television say on Friday night before the cross country, she said, this was after her cross country, she said, on Friday night I say I don't know why I do it, and on Saturday I know why I do it. And that's how I feel. My quote is, on Tuesday last night I thought I don't know why I'm doing this, and then today after a ride like that I think I know why I'm doing it. Because it's about the partnership and everything, I'm old enough not to care if I get, of course I'd be disappointed with a low score, but I'm also realistic, so I can only judge it by my ride and how and how Charlotte feels about it, because we worked really together, sitting down with each other the last few weeks to make all these details right. As you can see, he doesn't have the most perfect neck, so it's really difficult to try, and you almost have to ride a whole test without contact, which is very difficult when they're hot. Because of course I'm like, slow down, but I have to do that to try and make him, take my hands out. So there's a lot of detail that we worked with. So that's him on the first day. So I hope by tomorrow or Friday or whatever it could be even better.
Germany hold the next two places after day one and Provisional second in the team standings, with Isabell Werth on DSP Contaz and Matthias Rath on Tiago DS in second and third respectively. Here's what they had to say.
I think it was really the best competition this year. It was more relaxed and not fighting. It was easy going. Yeah. So that was really nice to feel, yeah.
And what's been key to that in your training and your preparation at home?
No, I think on one hand he more experience and he's more supple, but for sure we changed a bit. We weighed a bit more instead of asking too early. More impression, and I think that helps him to improve step by step by himself, and that worked a lot in the Piaf Passage. And today during the Piaf Passage I thought, he starts to relax instead of pushing up. That was really nice to feel.
And for you as well, how special is it riding in front of a home crowd at a championships?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I have to say the venue is really super. Like I said, it's so professional and the infrastructure is so great, and especially now with this temperatures, with this weather, the horses they're in the stables. It's super. It's cool and quite air fresh. So the conditions are perfect.
How did he feel in there today?
Yeah, it was really nice to ride in there. He felt already good in the arena in the stadium yesterday when we had the familiarization, and I'm super happy with the performance. It was more or less the performance we also showed the whole season in the Grand Prix. It got really steady and constantly, and I mean that's for a 10-year-old the most important thing. To say then afterwards to build it up, and of course we have here and there points where we can get better, but that would also be strange if that's not the case with a 10-year-old. So I'm super happy that he behaved like that today, and that we could present it ourselves like that.
And of course, we've seen him out and about, but this is his first senior championship. How exciting is that, as you said, for a 10-year-old?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, it's for me the first one after 8 years. It felt a little bit like the first time after such a long break. And okay, especially for Thiago, it's the first time, and of course it's different. You have a training camp before. It's a long week here, and so for the 10-year-old, I think it's a really good experience, and he takes it super good. He's in a good mood, super happy. Also around the riding in the stable area. So yeah, no, he feels great.
And of course, he's the son of the horse that you rode, as you mentioned, when you were last at a championship. Does that make it special?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it really special for us that he's not just a son from Totilas, that he's also a son from Vahayama. The last Grand Prix was from Ankatrin. So we had mother and father in the Grand Prix sport at our stable, and then bred him ourselves at our place. So it makes it really special. He's really, family horse.
And it was a little bit of a last-minute call-up. Did that impact your preparations or anything, or was he ready to go?
No, I was ready to go. I was at the beginning of August. I was in Crozet at the competition. That was the plan anyway. So he was in normal training, and then afterwards, I think it was a week after, or 2 weeks after, I got the call that I'm in. And I mean, when you are reserved, then you anyway have to keep up, because it can always something happen. I mean, you don't wish it for your teammates, but it can happen. We know that. I know that, and so of course we prepared ourselves all the time, so it was not a problem.
Gareth Hughes is the next highest placed competitor at this stage. He produced a strong start to Britain's campaign on Wednesday and is in provisional 4th overnight with his great championship mare, Classic Brelinka.
She felt great. Yeah, really, really good. Best ride I've had all week. She really knows the job. So she went in there and I could feel her really concentrated, trying really hard. She's been really consistent in her tests. To be honest, I was probably a little surprised with the score. I thought it would have got more because she has lots of highlights, and I felt she did a good job. But my feeling was great. I was incredibly proud of her. I thought we portrayed a lovely picture. It was a nice test to ride. That's my job. Judge's job is to judge it, and if they wanted a little bit more.
And for you, how special is it having her here at these championships? She's been such a great championship horse for you over the years as well.
Well, she's 17 now, there's only so many tests in her. She's also at an age now where you start looking and going, okay, how fair is it on you to keep pushing? But what we do is we tend to do a championship, go home, give her a little break, we pick her up, and she tells us. She literally comes back into work, and then I sort of know after a couple of weeks of coming back into work, all of a sudden she starts to get a bit fresh and a bit frisky, and it's like, well, if you feel like that, we'll keep going. But she's so experienced now, if I can do my job and she does her job, but I'd like her to finish on the top as well. So we're not going to keep campaigning. That's unfair. She can go and do another job, with her daughter and do some lower classes and sort of enjoy that. But we'll see how we go. I mean, she's feeling really good. She's been fantastic here. She's still an out-and-out championship horse. So we'll let her tell us.
And you say, well, you've had her since she was 3, haven't you? Yeah, so you really do know her.
Yeah, I mean, we've had her throughout her whole career, and we've had lots of ups and downs with her. But I mean, she's been one of the main members of the team. She's always pulled it out the bag for the team. She makes us really proud.
Denmark hold provisional bronze at this stage, and I caught up with one of their riders.
I'm very pleased. Obviously, this is a very green horse. He's in his very first Grand Prix season, and he's. I think this was his 8th Grand Prix in his life. So I'm quite happy, I have to say. And a few glimpses here and there, I expected that, because I mean, on championship level, it is something else when you have to deliver under pressure and you want to do good for your team, and it is something that you really I mean, I've done it many times, but he hasn't. So and I felt that also when I went in. He was a bit like, "What is this?" And I thought he was going to be really nervous. Yeah. And then when I went forward after the hold, which was really not the nicest spot in there, but then he went like, "Okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to be with you. I trust you. I spoke with him all the way. I said, "It's fine. We can do this, and we can do this." And then he just got more and more with me. So I am overall very pleased. And then I lost a shoe. The last corner, yes. I hope they find it and get it out of there so nobody stepped into it. But after the last extended trot, I took him back and I felt something, like a little something. Yeah. And he went. The last center line was fine, and then I went out here and I trotted him off, and I felt he was not lame, but he felt different. Yeah. He felt like because when they have the shoes, they moved a little bit higher, and it felt like something that's weird. Anyway. Then I went over there and I saw it was just clear off and the hoof is perfect, and so we just have to get it back on.
The first set of individual medals have now been decided for all para grades. Britain scooped 2 medals on Tuesday, with Georgia Wilson scooping grade 2 silver and Gabby Blake taking grade 1 bronze. 2 more Brits were in action in the grade 5 contest, Charlotte Cundall making a spectacular senior championship debut to finish 5th, and Sophie Wells and her exciting young mare in 6th. Charlotte, what a senior championship debut. Can you put to words how you're feeling right now?
I mean, just being here is an absolute dream come true. I can't thank everybody enough for getting me here, and the National Lottery and UK Sport, the World Class Programme, just all of my home support team. It's been a massive long journey to get here, and this is incredible.
Talk me through your test. What was it like riding in that arena?
Well, I was enjoying my warm-up, but I just wanted to get in, and then as soon as I came in, I just felt him lift and liven up, and I was like, right, we're ready. And I used to event, and Mum and I used to have a phrase that once you're in the start box, you were on the roller coaster, and there was no turning back at that point. And I just felt once I halted and set off, that was it. I was on the roller coaster, and off we go.
And we've seen you deliver good performances, in the run-up to these championships. Was that performance and that score what you were thinking you were capable of achieving in there today?
I mean, I had a little private goal, and that absolutely smashed it. So, I mean, to get over 72 in there here, first time here, that is beyond my wildest dreams.
And just sum up how proud you are of your wonderful horse.
So proud. He's like my best friend. I put in a post on social media the other day. He's made my dreams come true by getting me here. So to go in there and try his little heart out. I mean, he's massive, but he's like a big Labrador, and he just was with me all the way.
Sophie, you've just completed your test with that lovely mare. She's only 7, making her first championship appearance. How proud are you of her?
I'm honestly so proud. I just came with the intention of hoping to give her the best possible experience here. Obviously, she's not going to be a medal winner this year, but she's a future medal winner, and I have complete faith and belief in her, and she's absolutely incredible to ride. She's just a complete over-trier. She just tries really hard, and you can't fault her horse for that, can you? She would literally do the work for everybody. So, I'm just really proud. Obviously, we had a mistake in the test, but she came back to me, and we got the extended trot at the end, and obviously I went for less on everything because she wants to do more, but it's a nice place to be, and I wanted her to be calm and have a positive experience, and I'm happy.
And talking about that positive experience, how valuable do you think that's going to be looking ahead, looking to the future with some big championships on the horizon?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important. She got really upset at the trot up. I think quite a lot of horses did, to be fair, but yeah, she got really upset, but then she came back down, and then she concentrated again. And I think as long as she keeps coming back to me, she's such a talented horse that they're not going to be donkeys. They're not going to be really straightforward, and that's kind of part of the journey, isn't it? And I'm sure that in a few years' time, hopefully, I'll look back and be like, oh, remember the time when she went to her first Europeans. And I just honestly love her to bits, and I'm so proud of her.
Head over to the Horse and Hound website for all the news from the European Dressage Championships, and don't forget to hit like and to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.